Yes, I am starting the recording. Then, yes, it is started. It is immense pleasure for me to introduce one more faculty from our institute, Miss Kanchan Bhale Madam. Madam has completed her BE in computer from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University with distinction. Later, Madam has completed her ME in computer from AGSITS Indore. Madam has 16 years of teaching experience. Before joining VPKBIT Baramati, she has rendered her duties in Jawaharlal Nehru Engineering College, Aurangabad, and later at Parul Institute of Engineering and Technology, Baroda. She is life member of Indian Society of Technical Education as well as Computer Society of India. She has 3 research publications to her credit, and her area of interest are data structures, algorithm analysis and design, information security and networking, like that. So I request Kanchal Bhale Madam to guide the audience on this blended learning platform. Let me tell you that she is the department, she is university coordinator of this Google Meet platform, and she has been helping all the faculty members towards the grand success, and she has taken initiative for the same right before the pandemic, and we have been very much expert now in using Google Classroom. Over to you, madam.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I'm audible?
Yes, you are audible. The screen is also visible. Please start.
Okay. Okay, sir. Good afternoon, all. My topic of presentation is blended learning platform. This is a very important point because for innovative teaching, we have to for improving the teaching learning process, we have to learn the blended learning platforms, and we have to be used to with that technology. So the outline of my lecture is a blended learning, then blended learning platforms, Google Classroom for teacher and student, features of Google Classroom, how to make Google Classroom more engaging, what other apps and website that you can integrate with a Google Classroom, and innovative strategies by VPKBIT. So let us start with a blended learning. Everybody knows what is a blended learning. It is nothing but a combination of your traditional face-to-face classroom training with e-learning. So there are different models. The first model of blended learning is a face-to-face driver, where the teacher drives the instructions and augments with the digital tool. So this is our means a traditional teaching along with some ICT you are using for teaching. Then the rotation, the student cycle through a schedule of independent online study and face classroom timing is given to the student. Then there is a flex model where most of the content is delivered via the digital platform and teacher is available for face-to-face consultation. Then there is a self-blend where the students opt some online courses to extend their course knowledge. So this is a self-blend from the student side. Then the labs, you can deliver the labs digital using a digital platform, and you can the teacher is available for the guidance to the student. And now we are in a due to this pandemic, most of the faculty are on a online driver model. Means all the faculty are using this model now, where the teacher everything is delivered through a online mode, and even the students are assessed to the online. So this is a online driver model that we are using. There are different blended learning platforms. Very popular platforms are available. Most of you might be using the different LMS. The management student management systems. Even the Moodle is also popular in engineering colleges, and many organizations are preferring the Moodle. Apart from that, I'm audible, clearly audible?
Madam, not clearly. Please.
I think there is, yes, there's on my side, I think. Just hello.
Now audible, madam. Please. Please, madam.
Now audible. Oh, so in learning platform, there is a one platform is an AnswerPad, where it is a free visual student-based response system that educators use to blend the learning and assess the student real time. So this is here the apps are available. Google Play Store, the apps are available, and through that you can download and use this AnswerPad. Then there is a blended play. This is customizable educational games where you give your input, the content, and accordingly the game is designed, and you can give that game to the student to play. So this is a blended play. This is gamification support is given for a blended learning. Then there is a EduFlow. It is a new learning management system that allows educators to create the course and lessons, track the student progress, and integrate the group discussion. But there is a price for this. Means only the free version having some limited features, but you have to pay for this LMS. So Google Classroom is very popular from 1 year because it is a Google and it is a cloud-based LMS system, which describes this. Google describes it as a mission control for your classroom.
Madam?
Digital organizer. Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir. Audible, no?
Yes.
Digital organizer, where teachers can keep class materials and share them with students all paperlessly. Google Classroom is included as a free service for anyone with a personal Google account. If you have a Gmail account, then you can create a Google Classroom. It is also free for organization using G Suite for education. How effectively teacher can use it? So teacher can digitally organize, distribute course material to the student, post the assignments, collect student submission, and grade assignments. Communicate with the students about their classwork, post announcements, reminders for the assignments. The teacher can schedule the quiz and test for the students by integrating with the Google Forms. Give the students timely feedback in a group or individual. Okay, while assessing the assignments, you can provide the feedback by posting the email to the student. Now the question is how to set Google Classroom. So the only thing is needed is your Gmail account. Then when you go to the classroom.google.com, there is a plus sign. Okay, so when you click on this plus sign, there are the two options. Either you can join the class of someone or you can create your own class. So here, while pressing this create class, when you press this create class, here it asks for the class name. Okay, section, subject, and room. So other things are optionals, but this is very important. You have to provide your class name. Okay, so here you have to give the name of your class, and when you click on the create, you will get this code. This is a code of your class. Okay, so you provide this code to the student and the student enters in your class through this class code, and there is a unique class code for every class. So even there is one more option to provide your class code is creating the QR code for this page, and you can share this code to the student along with your subject code. So the student can directly go and join the class using the class code. Now, what are the main features of the Google Classroom, or what are the useful features for the teachers? So the teacher, they can create the assignment through this Google Classroom. There are the 4 tabs in the Google Classroom: stream, classwork, people, and grades. So in a classwork, there is a plus sign. And when you press on this plus, there are the different options coming in front of you. What you want? You want to create a assignment. This is a Kami assignment is basically a third-party app which I have installed. That's why it is coming here. But in a default Google Classroom, this is not visible. It is assignment, then the quiz assignment. You can upload the material. You can upload the question, means you can ask the questions and the student has to give the answer to your question. Even you can reuse the same post. Okay, same post you can send again. In the quiz assignment, the Google form is integrated, and when you set the quiz, you can import the grade from Google form to the Google Classroom. So grade import facility is also there. Even in the material, you can upload the YouTube links, okay, your PPTs, your video lectures. So everything is possible through the, you can upload it from your machine or you can upload it from your drive, Google Drive. So the topic is very useful while for organizing your Google Classroom. So when you create the topic, here you see that there are certain topics in this Google Classroom like faculty diary, syllabus. So it helps you to organize your classroom. So the student find it very easy through this topic. Now the question is how to make the Google Classroom more engaging. This is a very challenging because the students are not in front of you and you want to see whether the students actively use contents or not, they are seeing your videos or not. So for that, you can use some mixing of the resources that you share in your classroom. You can share the different types of media. You can share the different types of media, images, links of the website, YouTube videos, screencast. Okay. Even you offer the students the choice to respond to a reading the assignments with the comments. So ask the student to give the comments to your assignment. Send some video clips or some drawing that shows their thinking. So in this way, you can make your Google Classroom more engaging. Now, there are certain third-party apps with the Google Classroom, like Newsela. It is it contains, actually it is a platform where different articles are available that you can link to your Google Classroom and import that content in your Google Classroom. Then Quizzes, Edpuzzle, Peer Deck. Peer Deck is basically for interactive presentation tool. And the Kami assignment, it is very useful where you can give the video comments to your assignments and the voice comments. Okay, so that feature is available with the Kami assignment. So if you want to give if you want to provide some instructions to the student, you can give as a voice comment with the assignment and you can give to the student. But for this third-party apps, you have to install that app or you need some plugins for using this. For the Kami, you need a Google Chrome plugin to interact with this Kami assignments. Here is one screenshot I have taken from Edpuzzle. So this Edpuzzle is a site where you can make your video interactive. Means if you want to ask certain questions after completing the content and you want some question, to ask the question to the student, you can place that question using this Edpuzzle. Okay, this is a website available, and here they provide you the login. So either you use a separate login or you can use your Gmail login to join this ED puzzle. And you have to you can upload your video, or there are certain ready-made videos are also available. You can use that video, and you can edit it. Okay, so there is options here like assign, edit, duplicate, share, preview, delete. So suppose if I choose this support vector machine as a video and I want to add certain questions in between this video, I have to press this edit. Okay, so when you give the edit, at that time different options are there. What you want you want to cut the video, you want use a voiceover is not presently available, but you can set the questions. Okay, so you have to go to the particular track of your video and you can post the question there. So this is a very good feature of ED puzzle. Then there is a quizzes. Here you can create the quiz, okay, for your class, and there is a import facility available. If you see it here, you can create a class or you can import your class from the Google Classroom. Okay, so this is importing is available. So that roster, the classroom roster, it can be directly come here when you use the import option. Okay, so this is a third party app where you can conduct the quiz for the students. Okay, so this is the format here. You can create the questions like a MCQ question, checkbox, fill in the blanks, polling, open-ended questions, or you can go for the slides. So this is one third-party app that you can integrate with your Google Classroom. Now, what innovative strategy that we are following? We are using this Google Classroom from last 3 years, and we finalize the content of the Google Classroom. Every faculty in our college, they create the Google Classroom, and we ask them to provide this content in their Google Classroom. So the standard contents are finalized at the institute level, and regularly at the end of every semester, the audit is conducted. Before the start of the semester and the end of the semester, the audits are conducted where the quality of Google Classroom content is checked. So there is a cross check here for the quality of Google Classroom, because in the Google Classroom is nothing but our online course file. So everything is available in our Google Classroom. So rubrics are also there for evaluation of this Google Classroom. This is one format that I want to share it here, that I want to share you. This is our first format for checking the Google Classroom. So every content that we are using in our course file, that content we are putting it here, and we checked it whether it is up to the mark, and the quality is also checked. Then from last year, as we are in the online mode, we are assigning the rubrics also. So some rubrics are given, the marks are given, okay, to the Google Classroom. Whether the Google Classroom is created, everyone is now created the Google Classroom, and they are preparing their video lectures. They are posted their video lectures in YouTube, and the links are provided in the Google Classroom. So everything is checked by the IQAC, and analysis is done department wise. The best classroom is identified from all the classrooms. So these are the innovative strategies that we are following in our college, and these are some references. You will get the complete support from the Google. With the help is there, complete help is available. If you have any question, you can ask and you will get the answers. So this is all about from my side. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you.
Ma'am?
Yes.
One doubt I'm having.
Yes.
In the Google Classroom, we can conduct quizzes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then what is the necessity to go for the third party?
Third party is optional, ma'am. If you want, means there are more options, because in a Google Classroom there is a quiz, but there is only Google Form option to you.
Yes,
you have to integrate the Google Form with the quiz. But here there are many options like open-ended questions, or if you want to conduct a polling, okay, in between your lectures, you can take a poll and you can use it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Ma'am, can I ask?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Ma'am, in your actually, first of all, congratulations. This was a very nice presentation.
Okay,
I
thank
wanted to ask you about the plugins you said before some
Yes,
time
yes.
during the Google.
Google, yes, in a Google Chrome, there are the plugins. There is a plugins available,
Yes,
additional
madam.
third party. So there is a Kami plugin
But if the
available.
plugins are,
Yes, yes.
okay,
Hello.
if the plugins are disabled, then what is the procedure?
Then it is not possible. Means this for the Kami assignment, you have to install the plugin as well as the student laptop or student Google Chrome must also contain that plugin. Then and then only you can use it. Hello.
So, this problem I faced during the virtual lab assignments, virtual lab practicals.
Okay.
So
okay.
some of the laboratories, there is a plugin called Adobe Flash Player. You must be knowing.
Yes, right. Yes. It is required.
And
So
Adobe
for
Flash Player is disabled, and that
the
it
students
is
are
not
not
possible
able
to
to
show
see.
experiments to
Yes,
students.
yes, ma'am. This the
Yes.
problem is there. Means if you want to go for a third party plugins or third party app, then that plugin must be available. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Okay. So it is not the problem of our system, like our
No,
computer, its
no,
version. It is not.
no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, madam.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Please proceed.
Good afternoon. Ma'am, I have one query related to the class drive folder that is automatically created in the Google Classroom.
Which
Means
folder?
I'm not able to predict my mistake where I done. It is there by default in the Google Classroom. Okay, class drive folder. So I have uploaded some material and shared with students. But students said ki it is not visible from their side. Though it was there in the folder. Is there any mistake done by me or what?
Actually, you contact me. I provide you an email. Okay. So what procedure you follow, that I have to check. Means how you are uploaded your content, that I have to check.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I will surely be in touch with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, madam.
Oh, thank you, sir.
This session has been immense, informative, innovative, and is going to turn useful. And I'm quite sure that whatever the difficulties the participants will be having, they will be communicating with you, and definitely those problems are going to be resolved satisfactorily. So with this, I thank Ms. Kanchan Bhale, madam, for her wonderful session. Thanks a lot, madam.